Presented by our friends over at Michelob ULTRA. You got the good music, you got a good game on deck. Make sure you got a good drink as well.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the Vocal Ones, but we will talk about our friends over at Michelob ULTRA. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. Oh, and you know, it's all taste.
Hey, yo.
Oh, wow. Does that music play automatically when you open a Michelob?
Yep,
I think so. I think it's one of those.
It just comes with it?
It is a sensual experience when you have a Michelob ULTRA.
That's nice.
Yeah. I'm glad you said it, Drew.
I don't know what to do with that.
Exactly. Same.
That's their new tagline. It's a sensual experience.
Is it? Okay.
Espo rocking his new Vogel Ones today on the show. If you missed it, Frank Vogel hooked him up with some Vogel Ones on Saturday. Lucky you.
Yeah, our friend Frank Vogel on Twitter. The Suns coach doesn't know who the hell I am, but
I thought we all agreed that was actually really Frank Vogel.
I hope it's not, because he's tweeting during the game, so
He is.
it could explain a few things.
I mean, I think it would be funnier if it was. That'd be fantastic. All right, gentlemen, we've got Suns and Spurs again tonight. Saturday was a great outing for the Phoenix Suns. Are you guys excited for this again?
I am. I think it's less exciting with who the Spurs are missing tonight, obviously, but this is another great opportunity for the Suns to take care of business against a lesser team like they did on Saturday. We talked before the game a lot about how we just want a drama-free, wire-to-wire blowout win, and they did exactly that. The balance with the big three was great. The bench came in and did their thing. It was garbage time in the fourth quarter. Like, that was one of the best start-to-finish games that they've played all season. So I want to see them do it again tonight. I want to see them take care of business against a team when they're missing that motivation of maybe the Spurs missing their best player, and take advantage of this, because we all know the last 10 games are going to be a lot more difficult.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the continuation. Like Gerald said, continuation on lowering the turnovers, continuation on generating threes, continuation on staying aware of the moment, disciplined in the moment. None of these lazy, lackadaisical things that we saw in the past. I mean, they're building momentum. The last 3 games, the competition hasn't been great, but you play who's in front of you, and they've done a good job of continuously getting better every game. So yeah, let's have a good night tonight. Let's do our thing. Let's do our
I don't know
thing.
why I keep going left-handed.
It's all right. That's because it's close. Yeah, but we got to do our thing, and we'll just watch the standings. You can only do what you're gonna do, and the Suns got a chance to, if they win tonight and then they're off tomorrow, the Western Conference will shake it out, and then Wednesday's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for all the last 11 because so much will change. There's so much opportunity still in front of this team. And we've seen over the last 10 games or so kind of a shift when you look at some of these numbers in favor of the Suns. So I'm looking forward to all of them. Tonight, just go out there, have a repeat performance. Take care of business. Don't fall into any of your bad habits. Obviously, without Wemby, that changes kind of some things. I mean, not a lot, but go out there and just don't play with your food and everything's good.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's look at the injury report, because that is the biggest one here. Good news on the Suns side of things, completely clear outside of Damian Lee, but, we're not counting that until he comes back. But on the Spurs side of things, Victor Wembanyama has been added to the injury report. He is out dealing with a left ankle sprain, and then Charles Bassey, who was out on Saturday, remains out for tonight's game. This does suck, to be honest with you, because I think this would have been a motivator, right? You talk about don't lose said motivation or sense of urgency simply because this team is missing its star player. You still have good habits to build up.
Mhm.
You're still trying to ramp up heading into the playoffs. Like, don't let this peak and then we don't want any peaks and valleys over the next 10 or 11 games.
Mhm.
We just want
Yeah.
some good progress that is consistent. And that's the plan. But the question is, are you concerned? Like, what's your level of concern now that we know that Wemby is out, that this could be a trap game?
I mean, if it's a trap game, it's the equivalent of a garden rake on the ground. Like, just don't step on it and you'll be fine. Like, it's not a very complex trap. Like, just play your game because you already beat the crap out of this team with Wemby over the weekend. Now you just have to do it again without their best player, without a guy who is a problem defensively and changes what you have to do. Now you should be able to get downhill more often, get into the paint more often, carry over a lot of the drive and kick that we've seen over the last few weeks, honestly, with Bradley Beal. I wrote a new article over at gophnx.com on Bradley Beal and how he's been getting into the lane. So with Wemby out tonight, like, you should be able to get there and have easy swing passes, continue to build that offensive chemistry that we've seen start to come together.
Yeah, I actually like this tonight, Lens. Earlier in the year, this was something that really scared me. But the fact that they're starting, I believe, the tape is showing me that they're starting to understand where they are in the season and how important these games are. This is a nice little test. This is a test to see, again, if you can keep the mental fortitude and just keep everything going at a high level, regardless of who the opponent is. That's the next test for me. The next test is stop playing down the competition, play whoever's out there, and come out with the mentality that if you're gonna have Wemby out with a Bobo sprain, then you gotta go out there and beat their head in. And so, yeah, I like the fact that this happened tonight because it's going to show me if they're really as locked in as I think they are.
I mean, Wemby bucket or ducking bowl is like, come on, my guy.
I sprained my bull bone once. That shit hurts.
That's tough.
Look, I don't think it's a trap game. I don't think you're at a point where you can afford any kind of trap game or any kind of mental lapse in that way. So your hope is they come out locked in. They're up 25 at half, and then you give Isaiah Thomas 2 quarters to go out there and drop 25 and wow everybody and get your guys some rest. I mean, this should be another night where you don't have to tax the big three a lot, so you can save them and let them get ready for Denver and the gauntlet that's ahead of you, because the last 10 are your opportunity for everything you could really want. You're going to very easily be able to move up in the standings if you take care of business, especially against the Pelicans in particular with those 2 games against them. So yeah, get in, get out, and get out clean, and you're fine tonight.
Yeah. Okay. So you brought up IT. Brian sent us a super chat. Thank you, Brian. They said, hot take: Suns only signed IT to block other teams from signing him, which is why they aren't playing him unless there is an injury.
I know a lot of people, that was the one blemish of the last game, was that IT didn't get garbage time minutes. And I get it. Like, I would love to see IT out there, but Vogel said before tonight's game, and he said this before, that like IT is a depth addition. If there's injury, if there's foul trouble, if they absolutely need him, they will give him a look, but he just got here. All they've been able to see from him is like pickup and non-basketball scenarios. And like, they need to be they need to be giving minutes to guys who might actually be part of the playoff rotation.
Yeah.
So like, that's why Josh Okogie got 10 minutes late in that game with the outcome already decided. That's why David Roddy was getting playing time. Frank Vogel said before tonight's game, we're trying to see if either one of those guys can play a little bit of point guard for us. So they're trying to evaluate guys who will
David
actually.
Roddy?
Yeah, that's
what was said.
Man.
They're trying to evaluate which guys can actually contribute in some of those leftover rotation minutes. And David, I get your reaction.
I'm
but
pretty sure I went full
David
cartoon on the reaction.
You did. I get your reaction. But like, we've seen Josh Okogie initiate offense. We've seen all these other guys initiate offense. They don't have a true point guard. So like, yes, anyone can initiate offense on this team. That's the point.
Ball point guard. Let's go.
I'm down for that.
I get it though, but I think to the super chat's point there, if you're not gonna, I mean, if that's your stance on it, then yeah, maybe you did sign him to block other opportunities. Like,
I don't think they would do
why?
that.
I mean, is he going to sign another 10-day having not played any minutes? Is he going to sign for the full rest of the season? Like,
I think he is.
Why? I mean,
Vogel said they're waiting until the end of the first 10-day to see if they'll sign him to a second one. So it's
I don't
probably
mean from a
still up in
Suns
the air.
perspective. I mean from his perspective.
if he would want to sign
Yeah,
another
I
10.
mean, if there are other offers out there and he
Yeah.
feels like he would actually get playing time with those other places, then
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out in what?
I
How many days
don't-
are left?
6 days.
Look, I will say this. I don't think people were banging down the door for IT.
No.
And if you're able to have a chance at a 15th roster spot with a playoff team, even if it hasn't looked great for him, obviously, in these first 10 days, I think if you're IT, you got to pursue that type of thing.
Yeah, I'm cool with it, man. I mean, listen, I don't think that they signed him to block anybody. I do think that he'll get another 10-day, and I actually do think he'll be he'll be the 15th guy when it's all said and done. And it's nice to have a guy like IT in an emergency. If something were to happen in the playoffs, somebody tweaks an ankle, somebody has an issue, you can go to that. Now, with that said, I'd like to see a little bit of IT before we just have that issue happen and then you just throw them out to the wolves. But I do also understand that they're trying to tighten the rotation. They're trying to treat these next 11 games like playoff games. And if you're going to do that, playing Isaiah Thomas is not going to work. But who knows? Maybe the last 2-3 games of the year, you know how that goes. Seedings are determined, and maybe at that time you rest some guys and you get Isaiah some minutes that way. We'll see though, man. Listen, beyond that, I don't want to nitpick. I like what I'm seeing on the floor. I like the guys I'm seeing that are playing every night. Let those guys keep playing and see if
The
they build
timing
momentum.
for IT kind of sucks because you don't really have the wiggle room to kind of play around right now. Like, this is, like Frank Vogel called it, it's the playoffs before the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
You're tightening things up. You're ironing out some of the wrinkles. I understand why he's hesitant and doesn't want to throw another wrench into the machine and see if it sticks or what you have, because you're just trying to work through some of the small things that you want to clean up before playoffs. So I get it.
Forget what I said about IT. I just want to see a whole second half of David Roddy point guard.
Big body
That's what
Roddy.
I want to see.
Let's
With
go.
Ish Wainwright
Roddy.
running the two.
But what are the guys wearing tonight?
I don't know, so let's look at the graphic. Oh, it's a city edition.
Let's go.
love it.
It's a city edition versus city edition. It's
Oh.
El Valle versus whatever San Antonio's thing
Okay,
is.
low key though.
You
The
like the
Spurs
city?
City Edition is legit.
It's
I don't
okay.
mind
I
'em.
like it.
I need some green in there
Their
to bring back the
court
full
was
fiesta.
amazing this year too.
No, the court looks like it has a sun at the center court.
No, it
like
was so
get off my
good.
corner, San Antonio.
Oh no, I'm sorry, but San
Shove it
Antonio
up your
hit with
river
these.
walk, all right?
I feel like most of the cities were kind of meh, except for ours and like a couple other teams.
I want San Antonio to have a giant churro at center court.
It's
all
the
right?
That would be
colors.
cool.
The
Wouldn't it?
colors they
I'm
chose.
hungry. I could use a
Yeah, but they
churro
left
right
the
now.
green out for the full fiesta effect. I
know.
didn't care for it.
Listen, I'm sorry. I'm buying these jerseys, not literally, but figuratively. I'm buying these
Okay.
jerseys. Who you guys got tonight? By how much?
I have the Suns by 15. I initially had them by 25 because I typed it in wrong in Slack, but 15 is where I have them.
I had Suns by 7 when Wemby was questionable. I probably should have changed this. I would probably go Suns by like 12 now.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
got Suns by 13.
Yeah, I got Suns by 11, so we're pretty close, everybody.
Yeah, we're all feeling pretty good about this one. What do our friends of the BetMGM Sportsbook app think, though?
Oh, they're feeling pretty good for the Suns, too.
Yeah.
12.5 point favorites tonight.
Nice.
Yes, I love this. All right. Over on the BetMGM Sportsbook app, we're going to make some bets. What are we feeling? Espo, you want to start since you won last game?
Yeah, I've basically won the whole thing now.
Oh, he's trying to.
You know what? I'm going to let it roll. Espodamas got it right last game, so why not? Just be smart again and roll the dice and win again.
Mhm.
Bradley Beal, exact first bucket, 3-pointer, plus 3,000. This is where I really say goodbye to all of you.
Oh, boy.
And say good night. I'll have $700 and something by the end of the evening.
Sheesh. Flex?
Yeah, I don't agree with Espo at all. I think
You son of a bitch!
I think
You copied my homework.
I don't agree with Espo at all. I think that was a terrible way of breaking things down. I'm going Brad Beal, first bucket, 3-pointer. Totally different than what Espo just did.
Right,
No,
right.
that was. I swear to y'all, that was It was complete coincidence. I'm so bad. I'm down on the Titanic so bad that I'm just going for the highest odds to see if I get lucky. And this guy stole my home.
No, mine was in first. And Eric, I will be slacking you my pick by itself from now on, not in the group chat.
No.
That's
not in the group chat.
No, we decided at the beginning of the season that wasn't allowed.
There you go.
But now I got
we
Mr.
did decide
I'm so
at the
far
beginning
down,
of
I got
the
a
season that wasn't
Scandal.
allowed.
I sniff a scandal.
Wait, we can't joke about that on an NBA show.
All right, Saul has an 8-leg parlay at a plus 1150 here. It is assists for Bradley Beal 5+, points for KD 18+, points for Book 25+, PRA for Beal 25+, winning margin, Suns win by 10 or more, team points, Suns over 120.5. Player 3-pointers, Grayson Allen over 3.5, and a double-double for Nurk.
Damn, he's
expecting
Suns domination.
The last two are well, I don't know. This could be a weird game, so I'm not going to guess what isn't going to
I'm really disappointed in Saul for sending that in.
Good luck,
and it's
Eric.
still only, what, 100?
I think
he
heard what we said in the last pregame show when we called his parlay a Lindsay bet.
I know, right?
I think
he
he
said,
was
okay,
all right,
watch this one.
watch it.
Yeah,
He's just feeling the pressure that I'm $400 up on
probably.
him.
All right, I'm also rolling with a first field goal tonight, but not the same one that Espo and Flex are putting their money on. I have Devin Booker for a 2-pointer for the exact first field goal at a plus 500.
So, it's an easy night for Eric. 3 of our bets are done after the first shot.
You're
That's
welcome,
true.
Eric.
Saul.
On behalf of Espo, Flex, and myself, you're welcome. Saul's on an island
For Saul,
all by
we need
himself.
3 tabs open.
I know, right?
We'll call NASA to calculate that.
I don't really want to look at the leaderboard, to be completely honest with you, but at least I'm not
You don't
in the
have to.
negative.
Ah.
I'm getting real close. If I lose tonight, I'm back in the negative.
Oh.
Am I really? I thought I had $37.
No, that was 3 games ago.
It felt like it was yesterday.
That is just beautiful.
Espo's got 423. Saul has 38. I got $7 and Flex, you down bad.
Hang it in the Louvre. This is
The
just
terrible thing is that because this guy stole my bet, even if I win today, he wins too.
Yeah.
So I ain't got no way, man. Espo, I'm messing. Espo put it in first. And then I put mine in. It just great minds think alike. So.
Yeah.
I got people that handle this stuff.
Listen,
Don't
if you
worry.
trust what Espo's doing, make sure you sign up for the BetMGM Sportsbook app and get that bet in ASAP. And when you sign up using the promo code PHNX. When you sign up using that promo code, all you got to do is place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through the BetMGM Sportsbook mobile app of at least $10, and you will receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets if it loses. You can check out the show notes for full details, and now you can listen to Shane talk about the disclaimer.
Bonus bets expire in 7 days. One new customer offer only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus only. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. See BetMGM.com for terms. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, North Carolina, Ontario, or Puerto Rico.
Get stuffed, Ontario and Puerto Rico. I'm not sorry for his bets today. I'm sorry that he's stealing them now.
Sorry, Boricuas.
All right, guys. Outside of this Suns Spurs matchup, what games should we be paying a little bit of attention to?
There's 3 on the docket tonight. It's the Mavs at the Jazz, 76ers at the Kings, and the Pacers at the Clippers. Yes, the Clippers are now within sight. So,
All right.
Yeah.
It's getting real exciting. Things are getting interesting over here in these final 11 games for the Suns. Listen, we got a couple things that I want to tell you guys about before we get out of here. One, we're doing a watch along. So we're going to be live on YouTube during this entire game. And by we, I mean Espo and Flex. Maybe Eric.
Eric will show up.
Maybe I'll make an appearance. Maybe Gerald will make an appearance. I don't know. You guys just got to tune in to find out. But we're going to be hanging out throughout the entire game. So you basically just click off of this link that you're watching on right now. You go over to the other one that'll be up in 10 minutes, and then you just hang out with us. And then after that, you click the third link, and you come back and you hang out with us for the post-game show.
If you've ever said, I need 4 hours of Espo in my life, go to a doctor. All right?
But tonight is your chance to get 4 hours of Espo in your life. So that's just a little bit of housekeeping. We'll round out with the super chat from Psycho Blue. Thank you, Psycho Blue. They said, Basketball Cthulhu thinks Flex is in cahoots with the wrong Porter if he wins tonight's bet.
Wow.
Keep your Woj notifications on. We'll get to the bottom.
Wow. Man.
All right. Thank you all for hanging out with us for the pregame show. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Okay, bye.
We all silly like the mayor.